Here I broke a section right here, and we just got a new one in. And I was kind of thinking about that 4240 that we just got out of the shop. This little section is kind of peanuts compared to that. But we just got to knock one more stud out, put the nut in, and we're back to cutting weeds. Making more fuel for the incinerator. We don't just clean up after our mechanics jobs, but now we're cutting kochia weeds after harvest that couldn't go through the combine. A lot of farmers back in the day would burn this and wait till it dries up, roll it up and burn it. We bale it, and we have a bale incinerator that I'm building that we can burn, and we're going to use the energy not to just pollute, but to heat the shop. Just making a circle here. Come along today for more life with the Great Oak Ranch. Hey, old guy. So these are the last, kind of getting to the last days of Buck and Dakota being around the ranch. We're got to move them on in the fall. He's been a good horse. He was born in 1990 or 1992, so he's almost 30 years old. And you know, those are sad days. I just thinking back to, it was 100 years ago in October when my great grandpa purchased the Great Oak Ranch, and it was actually a horse ranch. And although horses have only become a special place on the ranch, they've had a replacement of different tools, they still have their place where we need them, and they're still kind of a part of the ranch, I guess. A ranch without a horse, I don't think is a ranch. I think they eat more hay, obviously, than the work that they do, but we're going to go round up bulls here next week and out at Sage, and in that country you can't use a quad or a dirt bike. Some people would argue that, but it's just a fire hazard and everything that way, so the only option is horses. But it's kind of a, you know, that they become, you know, it's like having a dog on the ranch. What's a dog do? And our dog is somewhat of a guard dog that we got now, Ruby. And it's just the presence of a dog is what it is. That gives you a sense of security, and it really does. But just the presence of a horse makes it feel like a ranch. We're gonna have a little bit of addition of rounding up bulls. You guys saw us turn them out. That's the easy part, put them on trailer and kick them out. Now we gotta try to get them away from the girls, and then we gotta load them up out in the fields. So you're gonna want to stay tuned for that. We're gonna pull the bulls next week. We already pulled one bull. This is the other bull in the field. He was standing in here by the water with these two girls, so I decided just to lock him in. That way I don't need to bring the bike over here, the horse trailer, and do a whole big day out of it. Now I can go get the trailer and load them up right here in the loading chute right here. So I closed it. They got some grass. We'll do that this afternoon. They got water and grass in there. Okay, big boy, time to go home now. This is Grandma's garden. It's right out. You can see the back door of the house right there, and there's this little alleyway, and she can come and take whatever out of the garden. You know, this garden has fed many meals through our harvest. Mom always says to me, you're always welcome to eat here because there's always enough for one extra person. It's really enough for 3 or 4 extra people. So, but I might eat that much anyways. But this is, here's Mom. You can see Mom's corn there. She's got, they really put a lot of water to this. Dad rototills it. And they got, we've got lots of manure on in here, and it really produces, and it's a decent size. Feeding the hungry working men on the Great Hope Ranch is something that my mother does best. If you guys don't like the graphic stuff, I'm gonna warn you, turn it off right now. But we're gonna Euro mount a bear head that Grandma pulled out of the freezer. I think she thought it was a roast to feed the, I'm just glad they're not eating bear head. But, so I gave you your warning to turn it off. So this is what this bear skull looks like. So turn it, last chance to turn it off if you can't handle this stuff. We're going to Euro mount this bear skull though. The flies are already flying around it. But this is what it looks like, and it's going to be a little stinky. Because I guess Grandma likes to thaw her roasts out. So this is what it looks like. I got Grandpa to skin off the meat, and he put it in some bleach water, kill as much bacteria as possible, because we're going to be wearing this. And it's just that easy. One cleaned, Euro mount. See? It's really not that hard to do it on your own. Now it's time for the peroxide. See it in here? It's a little discolored. You know what? I set up my phone to show you guys how I clean that with my hip waders on. And the phone overheated and it didn't record. So we thought we'd just do a little magic there and clean it up, show you how easy it really is. But we'll be doing another bear, well, I don't know about a bear Euro mount. We did a mountain lion Euro mount a little time back, and we got a coyote, and we got a, what do we got? A raccoon, and fox. We got quite a few predator Euro mounts, but we're gonna take this back up to the ranch after we brought that bull down here, and we're gonna show you what kind of solution we use to make that skull nice and bright and white. Hotsy washed it with the hot steamer, but we got all the sinew off and everything. Now we want to make it really white, so we do use bleach, but it's kind of a mixture. And this is, what is this, Brody? Volume 40. It's for hair dyeing, I think. Yeah, we had to go into the hair place to get it, and it was kind of weird. So what we're going to do, yeah, Brody wasn't comfortable. We went into the beauty salon and we got this. So you can go and get this. We bought this one bottle and we've done tons of mounts, haven't we? Right? So what you do is you get a paintbrush, and it's just it's a peroxide, but it's like a paste. And then we paint it on there. We want to paint it on the full skull, and it will just leave a little bit of residue, but it's kind of like a paste. So what this does is it sucks any greases and oils out of the bone to make it nice and white. So we paste that on a little more. We are getting low on this, but we've done, man, I don't even know how many skulls we've done already. And it smells like a swimming pool. We need a little bit more for the very end of it as well. So now what we're going to do, I'll try to get this all off. Now what we do is, you really don't want to get it on your hands unless you want your hands to turn white. Where am I going to set it? So there. Now we're going to take a little bit of bleach. Now make sure you're videoing it, Brody, because I think it kind of boils a little bit once they mix. See how it turns a white pasty? I got a little bit of a problem because I just got bleach on my fingers. So before my hand turns completely white, I gotta go rinse that off. But that's how it boils now. We let that boil for a little bit. And then we're gonna mix it with water and leave it sit overnight.
Okay.
And that's how you Euro mount a bear skull. We'll show you the final product. Here is what the final product will look like. So you can see how white that mixture that we make does it, and you can see that this is the bear that I got. The bear that I'm doing is Dad's bear, but you can see the bear here, and then the mountain lion. This is a coyote. This is a raccoon, and this one's a fox. But that mixture that we has done all of these Euro mounts, so it goes a long ways. That one, it's done every single one. That did that elk right there as well. So if you have the courage, men, to go into the beauty salon, there is something that you can get there.
Here.
What is it?
Oscar Slaughters.
Oscar Slaughters?
Yeah. But it's not that big. It's
Where did you get that from?
growing.
Growing?
Yeah, growing pains.
Growing pains. Somebody else had that. Who is it?
My dad.
Oh. What else does your dad have?
He also has gout. I mean, gout.
He's got gout. What's gout?
I don't know. It's when you have pains and everything. I don't know.
It's just when you have pains, eh?
Yeah. It hurts. It feels like 100 bees are stinging you.
What does it feel like?
He told me it feels like 100 bees are stinging you.
Has he had 100 bees sting him before?
No. That's what he told me that. 6 feet apart.
What do you measure? Do you put anything in it ever? I saw you had dog brushes or something. Do you still got them in there?
Oh yeah, Brody had dog brushes in there. He drove them over to Mom for Brody.
Cool. Does it rattle a little bit or no? No?
Usually not.
That's good.
So far so good.
So far so good. Is it as easy to ride as your other one? No? Is it?
Start up because you gotta really push these because they don't really.
It's a harder bike to ride than your old one, than your other one was. We got to get that back tire fixed on the other one, hey? You like that seat better? We can put that seat onto the Frozen bike.
Yeah.
But that one's a John Deere. That one's pretty cool. Yeah, and you got a yellow shirt to match it. Okay, I'm gonna keep.
The camera needs to read my shirt.
Okay. What does the shirt say? Hey girl, hey. Nice.
The sunglasses on and the sunglasses off.
Off she goes. Oh, pretty fast. Careful.